should we through? Igor, my friend. At last, I think we've come up with the perfect formula. Just think. Changing an ordinary man into a monster that shall do our every bidding. With just one sip, mind you, one sip of my most precious brew. Our first victim. Go see who's at the door, Igor. Go see. Last, after years of
I'm sorry to bother you,
work,
but my car broke down. I wondered if I could use your telephone.
Well, talk to Marcus Welby. It's so good to see you. Good of you to come in. I'm a doctor, too.
Funny, you don't look Chinese.
Doctor, too. Do you get it? Why can't you be that clever, Igor? No. I'm a doctor as well. You see, Frankenstein is my name, and this is my assistant, Igor.
You ought to have that sinus trouble looked into. By the way, I'm not really a doctor. My name is Robert Young.
Well, good. Then they won't miss you at the medical convention, I dare say. Why, you must be somewhat chilly.
Yes, a little.
Would you like a hot drink?
Well, thank you very much. I don't mind if I do.
How is it, Mr. Young?
Yes, indeed. Feeling fit as a fiddle. May I have another hot toddy?
Well, back to the old drawing board.
The Kopykats, with guest host Robert Young, starring Frank Gorshin and George Kirby, featuring Marilyn Michaels, Joe Baker, Fred Tavolina, and also starring Rich Little. And now, here's your host for this week's Kopykats, Robert Young.
Good evening, everyone.
Excuse me,
Oh, yes,
Robert.
dear.
I think you'd better take the antidote.
Much appreciated, my good man. I'll drink anything in a glass.
That's it. Take a big sip.
That's better. Thank you, Frank. Yes, no matter how many tricks they play on you around here, I'm really happy to be back again with the Kopykats.
Well, it's great having you back, Robert.
Hey, that sounds a lot like me.
As supposed to, he's been bugging us for 6 weeks learning it.
And he can say anything that you can say just the way you do.
Well, it's very flattering.
Why, it's very flattering.
Amazing. Thank you, Rich. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you, Rich. And now, ladies and gentlemen... Oh, that's enough, Rich.
No, I'm serious this time.
No, I'm serious this time.
Now, cut that out. Can't we have a commercial here to get me out of this?
Can't we have a commercial here to get me out of this?
Oh, help me, please.
Wow!
Gone. So I thought it might be a pleasant idea if we took a little stroll down memory lane and looked at some of the most popular shows of the last 15 years. The only trouble is, with the passage of time, some of these shows have sort of gotten mixed up in my mind, and I'm not sure what actors played what parts in what series. Nevertheless,
Friend, I'm the Masked Avenger.
Now look, you big sissy. I was the Masked Avenger before you were born. I've got a silver bullet.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've got a disintegrating ray gun.
Yeah, well, I've got a horse called Silver.
Well, I've got a friend called Robin.
Yeah, well, I can jump off moving chuck wagons.
I can climb walls.
Well, I wear a size 12 boot.
Well, I wear a size 18 Triple E.
Well, my clothes are made by Sears and Roebuck.
My clothes are made by Liberace.
Yeah.
Which half do you want?
Aha! Is that you, Chief? Special Agent Smart here. I've infiltrated the TV studio and discovered the lifeless form of a man who is obviously very, very dead.
Dream along with me. I'm on my way to a star.
Sorry about that, Chief. I know, Chief, but after all, Chief.
All right, lady, give it to me and give it to me straight. You say you were physically assaulted by a mysterious assailant on your way to this criminal apartment. Is that right?
That's right, Mr. Highway Patrolman.
And what exactly happened on that occasion?
Well, he grabbed me.
Yeah?
And he hugged me.
Yeah?
And he kissed me.
Yeah?
And he squeezed me till I was black and blue all over my body.
Oh, yeah? Well, when exactly did all this take place?
December the 7th, 1947.
1947?
Yes.
Well, that was 25 years ago. How come you're telling me all this now?
I just like talking about it.
Well, Joe, that wraps up another successful sea hunt investigation, huh? I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me solve this case. Oh, by the way, how do you feel after spending 28 straight days swimming about in the water, huh?
Boy, I must tell
You know, honey, life has certainly changed since I first said Father Knows Best way back in 1954. Little Bud's in the Army now, and Betty and Kathy are married and have all those kids. Grocery store down the corner has been torn down, and it's a great big supermarket now. Main Street's been turned into a 7-lane highway. Mom, life has certainly changed.
It certainly has, darling. It certainly has.
Come closer, come along and come closer to your sex.
God's, we're gonna bring you
Campbell, Streisand, Jolson, Channing, Armstrong, Bourne, Martin, Jones, Ella, Judy, Newley, Bailey, Goulet, Shore, Cole, I think, Mervyn, and Humperdinck.
Come closer to your sets for some swinging duets.
I am lineman for the county, and I drive the main road. And on a clear day, rise and look around you.
and you'll see what you Let the glow of your being outshines every star. It's a train that takes me. Run away from me.
Away from you.
No one to tell us how it makes me.
Hello, Joey. It's so nice to have you back where you belong.
Oh, you're looking swell, Dolly. I can tell, Dolly. You're still glowing. You're still growing. You're still growing strong.
I feel the room swing while the band's playing. One of your
just went away. But now Humperdinck is here to stay. Sing it.
Please release me, let me go.
Sing the song.
For I don't love you anymore. To waste time's what we are saying. So release me and let me love again.
Here I go again. I hear those trumpets blow again. All aglow again, taking a chance on life. Sing it, Dean.
Here I slide again.
That's right.
But today that ride again.
Oh, so story on again, taking a chance on love, and that's more.
That's some more. Were you trying to tell me something, Lena? Yes. Well, it's your eye like a baby to buy. That's some more. Oh, and the moon seems to shine like you had too much wine.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Oh, I love you.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
But when I see you hanging about with anyone,
It's not unusual to see me cry.
I wanna die. Happens every day. No matter what you say, you'll find it happens all the time. Love will never do what you wanna do.
That's why the lady is a tramp. I don't like crab games with barons and earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermines and pearls. Won't get to dirt with the rest of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. I like the free fish ringing in my head.
Why don't you take the trolley?
'Cause ding, ding, ding goes the bell.
Sing, sing goes my heartstrings. For the moment I saw him, I fell.
Chug, chug, chug with the motor.
Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, I could feel the car shake.
From outside,
Yeah, yeah.
from a little hill,
Yeah, yeah.
gonna build a mountain. Please now I will.
Why don't you stop all this building mountain jazz and just plain old, well, how
What,
should I
love?
say it? Won't you come home, Bill, baby? Won't you bring it all home?
Oh, I love that. My name is Tony. Oh, she round all day long.
Now let me tell you, honey.
What?
Now I'll do the cooking, baby,
No, no need for that.
and I'm gonna favor it
No need for that.
because I know that I'm done.
No, I'm willing to look it over, overlook it. Remember that rainy evening
I remember, honey.
that you drove me out.
You know, you kicked me out.
With nothing but a flying to go.
That's all you have. And I know how to blame. Well, now ain't that a
Well, Bailey, won't you please come on home?
Mr. Goulet, honey, I'd be pleased to, but you gotta promise not to leave me.
If ever I wouldn't leave you, it wouldn't be in summer. Seeing you in summer, I never would go.
What about winter, spring, and fall, kid?
Your hair sweet with sunlight.
Sock it towards me.
Your lips red as flame.
Baby, light my fire.
Your face with luster that puts gold to shame.
You have got the wrong lady.
I think I'm gonna sing a song now myself, just a little.
To dream the impossible dream. To dream the impossible dream. To dream the impossible dream. To dream. I can't reach that.
I think you gotta get a little more breath down there.
Gonna take a sentimental turn. Gonna set my heart
Need to pack some nice bags and some lunches, some coffee and everything.
Gonna take a sentimental turn.
Oh, that's more.
To renew all memories. Seven.
That's the time we leave at 7.
I'll be waiting up for heaven.
Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Where did Dinah go? And who are you?
There's no business like show business. I know business. I know. Everything about it is appealing.
Everything the traffic will allow.
But you get that happy feeling.
Stealing that extra mile.
There's no people.
Back show people.
They smile.
When they are old,
Even a turkey.
Now with those who may be stranded.
Out in the cold.
I wouldn't change it.
Or a sack of gold.
Let's go on with the show.
This Universal tour is real nice, huh? Imagine seeing all those movie stars.
Big deal, big deal. What makes them so special? Now, to me, a big star's Johnny Unitas.
Huh. What movies has he made?
Oh, for crying out loud, Edith.
Oh, Archie. Archie, I saw Jane Withers in the ladies' room.
What was she doing, fixing a sink? Everyone gets so excited because they see these Edith. Over there, over there.
Where?
Over there, Edith.
Where?
Over there.
Where, Arch?
What am I doing, a George M. Cohen medley? Over there.
Oh, Arch.
See, it's him. Come on, come on, come on. Get over here. You're the guy.
Well,
Come on, you're the guy, huh?
Well, I don't even know who you're talking about.
You're the guy, you're the guy.
All right, I'm the guy.
I knew you were the guy.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, Edith.
Yeah,
Wasn't I,
he
Edith?
did, yeah.
I said, you're the
Yeah.
guy.
He said, you're the guy.
I never forget a
Wonderful.
face, you know.
He's right. Archie once saw a picture of Calvin Coolidge,
Hmm.
and years later he saw the same picture, remember? And he remembered seeing it before.
Remarkable.
Yeah, boy. So you're the guy. What's your name?
Robert Young.
Get out of here.
No, that's my name.
Come on, get out of here.
That's my name.
Come on, you're pulling my leg.
No, I'm not. That's who I am.
You know, you look a little short for Robert Young.
Well, I'm sitting down.
Oh, we never missed you on Father Knows Best.
Thank you.
Oh, you were wonderful. How's your wife, Jane Wyatt?
Well, you see, we were never married.
Oh,
Well, them Hollywood marriages never last either. Let's get Button with 2 girls.
Mr.
Bunker, you know, good old American name like Bunker Hill. Archie Bunker.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Bunker, you see, we never really were married.
That's pretty tough on the kids, ain't it?
Arch, I don't think he means it like that, Arch.
Edith, you don't understand. Nothing is sacred to these people. Living in sin's a way of life. You understand? Let me ask you something. And if I'm out of line, you let me know. But you got a lot of them sissies in your business, ain't you?
You're out of line.
Come on. There's a bunch of those guys there weirdos, aren't they?
Not more so than any other business.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me ask you something. What was the greatest double play combination in baseball? And if you can't answer it, you're a sissy.
Tinkers to Evers to Chance.
That's pretty good. Well, who was the center fielder for the 1946 pennant-winning Boston Red Sox? Got a million.
Yeah.
Simple, Dom DiMaggio.
He's no sissy. Archie, he's a doctor. Ain't you, Mr. Young, huh?
Well, I play at being a doctor.
If a fella your age in my neighborhood plays doctor, they lock him up.
Archie's just jealous, Mr. Young. He watches your program all the time.
Sure, I watch it on and off. Whenever it's on, I turn it off.
Archie, I'm so embarrassed. Archie, why don't you let Dr. Welby eat his lunch, huh?
Sure. Don't want to bother the big important star. What are you eating, big important star?
I've just finished a pastrami on rye.
Oh, that figures. Either that tells it all.
What do you mean, Arch?
Well, they don't call the show Dr. Christian, do they? What does the MD stand for, Moisha Diane?
I think you're suffering from a case of terminal bigotry.
Are you kidding? In my neighborhood, we got all kinds of people. We got your Japs, your Negroes, your Jews, your Puerto Ricans.
They live there?
No, they work there. They live in their own neighborhood. If they live there, why, they'd steal you blind.
You are the worst bigot I have ever met.
Maybe so, but I'm beating you by 5 points in the ratings, Mr. Nice Guy. Boy, they sure get touchy, don't they? The minute they start making it big, they get touchy, huh?
Well,
That's all righty. Bart Lancaster, here comes... Oh! Bart Lancaster. I want you to know that I'm your biggest fan. Now, here's a real man. Yeah.
I can see that you are my biggest fan, fat man. Now, out of my way. I'm late for a ballet lesson.
You never know, Edith. You never know. Come on, let's get out of here.
where we going, Arch?
Well, I figure we stop by NBC. I want to see if I can get Geraldine to come over to the house twice a week. Does good cleaning, that girl.
Oh, hi. This is Dean Martin. Right now, we're going to do a little number called Teamwork. I know all about teamwork because I was once half a team. Only thing is, I don't remember if I was the top half or the bottom half. Yeah, teamwork's important. To me, that's when I walk out of a bar and somebody catches me just before I hit the sidewalk. Oh, there are a lot of great teams I remember. Laurel and Hardy, Abbott Costello, Bob and Carol, Ted and Alice. So you keep your eyes right there on the screen and stay close to your drink. You're gonna see a lot of the great teams right now. Ooh.
When two guys pull together, it's... What is it, Stanley?
Well, let's see now. When two guys pull together, it's a dentist office.
Don't be so stupid. It's teamwork.
What is it?
Pay attention and I'll tell you. When two guys pull together, it's...
Teamwork.
Right.
In foul or sunny weather, it's teamwork. What does it take to make any business climb? It takes teamwork.
Every time.
Consequently, nobody makes it solo.
It's teamwork.
You want to believe it?
One tycoon can't play polo. It's teamwork. Hey, Abbott, what's teamwork?
Well, Lou, that's like you and me.
It is?
Of course, we help each other. For instance, will you lend me 25 cents?
Sure.
Thank you, Lou. Now that's teamwork, just like they have on a football team.
It is?
Of course. See, first of all, you got to get your quarterback.
I do?
Of course.
Where is it?
Where's what?
You said I have to get my quarterback.
That's right. You have your quarterback, you have your halfback.
But I didn't give you a half. I just gave you a quarter.
That's right, Lou, so you owe me a half.
Wait a minute, Abbott. When do I get to see my quarterback?
Well, it's not your quarterback, Lou, but if you want to see a quarterback, you better go to college.
I'm gonna have to go to college just to get my quarterback?
That's right.
And I owe you a half?
That's correct.
But it costs a lot of money to go to college.
That's right. I mean, listen, you're too old to go to college anyway.
I want my mama. What simple thing
Can bring you that winning score? The answer is teamwork. Nothing more.
Those ancient kids who stopped the pyramids, they never flipped their lids.
When they got bugged, they just took.
Like Rand and like McNally, it's teamwork. Right to the final tally, it's teamwork.
And Gracie, speaking of teamwork, it'd make our marriage a lot happier if you'd answer a simple question.
Well, sure, George. You ask the question and I'll be simple.
Whenever we have pot roast for dinner, why is it that you put 2 roasts in the oven? One big one and one little one.
I have to, George. You see, when the little one gets burned, I know that the big one is ready.
I ask a simple question, you get a simple answer. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. No fuss about the billing, it's teamwork.
The smallest type is really its
Teamwork.
When others start to point
Off the beam.
like Siamese brothers,
Like Siamese brothers.
like Siamese brothers on each other's team.
Hey, Ralph. Do you believe in all this stuff about teamwork?
Of course not. In this world today, we gotta pull together.
Yeah? Well, see you around, pal.
Hey, wait a minute. Where you going?
Well, I'm gonna find 50 guys to help me pull you.
Is that supposed to be a slam at my size?
Well, Ralph, all I know is your shadow weighs more than I do.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen, pal. It's all muscle, you understand? When I was younger, I had a chance to play in the front line of the New York Giants.
Yeah, well, the Giants must have missed a bet. You could have been the entire front liner.
Norton, how would you like to go to the moon the hard way?
Wait a minute, Ralph. Wait a minute, Ralph. Wait a minute. Remember!
Unless you got teamwork. Unless you got teamwork.
Unless you got teamwork.
Yes. No.
Rochester, see who that is.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Well, Rochester, who was it?
It's the same man that was here last year.
Yikes, the tax man. Quick, Rochester, put Plan A into operation.
I do, Mr. Taxman.
Oh, this is tragic. Absolutely tragic. To think that a great star like you, Mr. Benny, has to live in such squalor. Plan A won't fool me for a minute. Rudy Valley tried it last week, claimed he was down to his last megaphone.
Oh, looks like we're in trouble.
Rochester, why don't you go down to the corner of Wilshire and La Brea and beg for a couple of hours?
Pound for the pound, Mr. Benny. Pound for Mr. Benny.
Don't you think you're overdoing it a bit? There's just one little item we want to check here. $300 for a Santa Claus suit. The boys down at the office just won't buy it.
That's what it costs. Look, I've got the bill to prove it.
Oh, we don't doubt the cost at all. It's just that no one can imagine Jack Benny as Santa Claus.
Oh, is that right? I'll have you know that I do it every year. See, it's become sort of a tradition around, Beverly Hills, you see, and I put on the Santa Claus suit and I visit the different houses in the block. Gosh, I can just picture the joy that comes over these tiny little tots as I visit them. Gee, what a cute little tyke. Gosh, I kind of hate to wake him. Oh, well. Hello, Sonny. What's your name?
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Do you know who I am?
Oh, yeah, you're Santa Claus.
That's right. Tell me, Jimmy, would you like to buy some toys?
It's here again.
Just take a look at that. It's an ordinary hat, but a lot of great celebrities all wore a fedora. In movies you see Cagney, Bogart, Edward G. Lots of gals and guys wore hats you'd recognize, like Captain Bligh adrift in foreign seas. Laurel and Hardy wore these on their domes. The late Basil Rathbone, the great Sherlock Holmes, Frank Sinatra shooting the breeze. All wore simple hats like these.
Please lend your little ears to my pleas. Lend a ray of cheer to my pleas. Tell me that you love me too. Please say you're not intending to tease. Speak that happy ending and please tell me that you love me too.
Thank you, Mr. S. Thank you. What a beautiful song. It reminds me of a girl I once knew in Cucamonga. Every night by the light of my nose, I would serenade her on my zither. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Had a glass of beer about an hour ago and it's gone right through my head. No matter where I roam, there you are. Or land or sea or foam. You can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go on. Good heavens, we're being invaded by an anteater.
How do you like that, folks? I got a million of them. Ink, Arinkadu, Arinkadi, Arinkadu. Oh, what a tune. A crooner. Ink, Arinkadu, Arinkad. Stop the music. Stop the music. I'd like to introduce Miss Marlena Dietrich, singing low in that famous movie, Long Ago. Yes, sir, Marlena. What a pretty hat. Here she is, Miss Marlena Hat.
Thank you, darling, very much. Falling in love again, never
cluster to me like moths around a flame. And if their wings burn, I know I'm not to blame. Falling in love again, never wanted to. Oh, what am I to do? I just can't help it. Wake up, Professor Higgins, wake up, you silly professor. Because you are on and I am off, my darling.
Why can't a woman be more like a man? Men are so honest, so thoroughly square, eternally noble, historically fair. When you win, will always give your back a pat. Why can't a woman be like that? Why can't a woman be more like a man? Men are so decent, such regular chaps, ready to help you through any mishaps, ready to buck you up whenever you are glum. Why can't a woman be a chum?
Just take a look at that. It's an ordinary hat. But a lot of folks wore it, it's true. Harpo and Chico and Sabu too. Batman, Robbers, and Mr. Magoo.
Lots of gals and guys wore hats you'd recognize. And here's a hat that everybody knew. A great French entertainer wore this hat through the years. In one of our profession's most distinguished careers. Maurice Chevalier, thanks. And adieu. We're taking off our hats to you.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
Sounds like they're starting to bring in the heavy stuff. Things are gonna get a lot rougher before we're through. How do you feel, Douglas?
I feel great. I feel just great. Hey, Cosby, what are you gonna do when the war's over?
Well, sir, I thought I'd get me a sharp-looking new suit and go back to doing my vaudeville acting in the Catskills, man.
At least you'll be away from the bombs.
Oh, yeah? You ain't heard my vaudeville act, man.
What about you, Herman? What are you gonna do when it's over?
Going back to Heidelberg. Drink a little schnapps, eat some sauerkraut, do a little goose stepping for old time's sake.
All right, guys, let's try and keep our minds off the shelling. I know war is hell, but we're ordinary Joes trying to do an ordinary job. Guys like Cosby and Douglas, and even you, Goring.
All this waiting is driving me crazy. It's driving me insane. War is hell.
I just said that.
That's where I heard it. But I'm getting out of here. I'm not gonna die like a rat in a stinking trap.
Not get off, Herman. Any man who loses control of himself out here is either a fool or a coward.
Well, that doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. 10 days of shelling, sitting in this rat-infested hole, and no food, no radio, no sleep, no brides. I've had it up to here. When's it all gonna end? When?
I'm trying to tell you, it'll end when John Lindsay realizes he's got to do something about the violence in the streets of this lousy city. That's when.
About 25 years ago, I had the privilege of working in a film called Crossfire. It was a very special film, far ahead of its time, because it was one of the first to make an emphatic appeal cinematically for racial tolerance in America. It took the form of a detective story. A Jewish man had been murdered, and 3 soldiers were suspect. I played the part of a police captain who tries to convince a frightened young soldier from Tennessee that his help is needed to trap the bigoted killer, Monty. We're going to reenact a scene from that film for you now, because we feel that it still has a great deal to say to all of us about human prejudices and the need for understanding among all people of all races. The year is 1947. The time is midnight. For a few minutes, try to put yourself in the place of that young boy he's talking to. Look, Leroy, this business of hating people comes in a lot of different sizes. There's the, you can't belong to our country club kind, you can't live around here kind, you can't work here kind. And because we stand for all of these, we get your friend Monty's kind. True, he's only one guy, we don't get him very often, but he grows out of all the rest. Look, you know we have a law against carrying a gun, don't you? Well, the reason for that law is because a gun is dangerous. Well, hate, Monty's kind of hate, is like a gun. You carry it around inside of you, and it can go off and kill somebody. It killed Samuels last night. Leroy, did Monty ever make fun of your accent? Does he call you a hillbilly? Say that you're dumb? I thought so. He laughs at you because you're from Tennessee. He's never even been to Tennessee. Ignorant men always laugh at things they think are different. Leroy, I'd like to just tell you one more thing, and then you can go if you want to. About 100 years ago, there was a potato crop failure in Ireland. And a lot of the Irish came over here, immigrants. Their talk was different, like yours, Leroy. And their religion was different. They were Catholics, most of them. They settled down in different places. They liked it here. One I knew stayed in Philadelphia. He worked and saved to buy some land. He thought of himself as just another man living in America. Suddenly one day he looked around and saw that something had happened. It frightened him. Fear and hatred of all Irish Catholics had developed and spread like a terrible disease. He saw that he was no longer just an American. He was a dirty Irish Mick, a priest lover, a spy from Rome, a foreigner trying to steal jobs from other men. He didn't understand. He didn't know what to do. He didn't do much of anything. He couldn't. And one day, a bunch of men attacked his parish priest in the street. He waded in to help the priest. He managed to get him inside of a store. That night, on his way home from work, he stopped for a beer. When he left the bar, 2 men followed him, carrying empty whiskey bottles. They didn't mean to kill him. They were just going to rough him up a little. They didn't start out to kill. They just started out hating. But 20 minutes later, my grandfather was dead. That's history, Leroy. Oh, they don't teach it in school. But it's real American history. In 1848, Thomas Finley was killed just because he was an Irishman and a Catholic. Happened many times. Maybe that's hard for you to believe, Leroy. But last night,
Joseph Samuels was killed just because he was a Jew. Do you see any difference, Leroy? Any difference at all? Hating is always the same. Always senseless. One day it kills Irish Catholics, the next day Jews, the next day Protestants, the next day Quakers. It's hard to stop. It can end up killing men who wear striped neckties. Or people from Tennessee.
I've had a wonderful time tonight, and I hope you have too. If any of you copycats ever need a doctor, I'll be very happy to make a house call.
Oh, well, thank you, Robert. And if you ever need a transplant, look up Dr. Frankenstein.
And if you ever need a room in Miami Beach, pal, you got it.
Needless to say, it's perfectly clear. If you ever need a favor from the White House, call Kissinger.
And darling, if you're short on diamonds, darling, please look me up. I love you,
And if you ever need a good neighbor, old Jim will be right there. She's dying.
Thank you, copycats, and good night, everybody.
Ludicrous, that's what it is.
Pretty good line.
I know. No, I said it the way it was written, ludicrous. I said it ludicrously, but it was ludicrous.